So I've been giving this video a lot of thought. I've just been very conflicted about what I should post next in light of everything that's going on in the world right now. So I thought I would just do a little get ready with me, a little chit-chatty kind of thing, just to check in with you guys and see how everyone's making out. It felt odd to me just to continue uploading my regular videos in light of the pandemic, and so I just wanted to see what kind, are you still interested in that kind of content during this time, or is that just like too weird and overwhelming and just seems out of place? So I'd love to get some feedback from you down below. What you all are doing, what you all are thinking. Is it a good escape to kind of keep things normal, if you will, in this very uncertain, unnormal time? Hairspray. My favorite. All right. What I'm doing right now has just been my go-to, what I want to wear when I'm home, so I feel like at least I've gotten up and prepared myself for the day to go to work right here at this desk, or to, meet people out on the street or to run a quick errand, so I don't feel like I'm just undone all the time. For me, psychologically, it feels really good to just kind of shower and get dressed and keep things kind of normal. It makes me feel more normal in a time where nothing is normal. So that's what I'm doing today. This is really very minimal because honestly, I don't really feel like wearing a lot of makeup right now because I'm not really leaving the house that much, but I want to look halfway decent. And what I'm doing today is something I wore. I went to the store before all of this really peaked. I had gone to the store and I was at the deli counter, and the woman says to me, "Wow, you have beautiful skin." And I was like, "Wow, thank you." It's not something people say to you every day. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And I've really been doing a very minimal kind of foundation on my skin, so that's what I'm doing today, and I thought I would just share it with you. The first step in that is just applying my regular sunscreen, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some concealer on some places that I feel like I need a little evening out. So I'm not really using any liquid foundation, I'm just using a little concealer, and the one I've really been enjoying, not under my eyes as I stated in an earlier video, but on the rest of my face, is this one from ColourPop, the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. This is such a great color match for me, and I like to just put a little bit around my nose where I have the most discoloration. A little bit on my chin, sometimes up here, but I'm going to skip up there today. And then I have been like on this little dot, just a little itty bit, because I don't want much under my eyes. And then I'm just taking a flat foundation brush and blending that in. And then I usually go in here and just with my finger make sure that I've got it evenly blended and just press it into like the pores that are showing up, just kind of like pat it in. So I want to know, how are you guys doing? Are you feeling well? Do you have all the supplies you need? Have you done a little stocking up so that you make sure you have enough for a couple of weeks in case you can't get out to the store? So we have done that. I have stocked up a little bit. I think I have a 2, maybe 3 week supply of just an assortment of stuff in the freezer, the pantry, canned goods. You know, that third week would be a little dicey, but it would be enough to get me by. And I'm really glad that I did happen to need toilet paper before this all really got truly out of hand. And I had gotten my regular amount from Costco because I was truly out. So, you know, just serendipitously needed toilet paper just before a lot of the shortages. It was kind of dicey that day, but I did manage to get what I needed. So like I said, for me, it's really important for me to like get dressed every day and try and put myself together in my little abbreviated way, so I feel more like me and less like I'm homesick. You know, I feel more like, it's hard to describe, it just elevates my mood a little bit, but I'm not into wanting to do a full face of makeup right now. So I'm not. I'm just doing some little skin finishing, and we'll do that next. So right now, my husband and my daughter and I are living in this house, and we're all working from home, which isn't a problem. We all have separate space to work and kind of get together for lunch, so we have a little social time there. And lately we've been doing like an afternoon coffee break, if you will, and if the weather's nice, we'll just go for a really short little walk outside. And I cannot tell you how that has just boosted my productivity, my spirit, just to be outside. You can like wave at your neighbor from a distance, and you're not feeling like I can never leave the house. So as long as you're smart about it, you can. So we've been doing that. I highly encourage you to step out of the house and get a breath of fresh air if you can. I think it's so worth it. So next I'm going to go in with this powder from Sephora. This is their Micro Smooth, it's like a powder foundation on this little Real Techniques brush. And I like to just go in there and kind of like set those tricky parts of my nose and the foundation or the concealer that I put on, just very lightly, and then go in with a bigger fluffy brush and just kind of go all over my face. So have you started any new projects around the house to keep you busy? Or I want to know if you're binge watching something on TV. Is there a series or movies that you're streaming, books that you're reading? Are you getting caught up on things like that? Some of the things we're doing, I'm stripping wallpaper. We had started to work on a plan for a pretty big kitchen renovation and part of like the powder room and part of the downstairs, some new floors. So all of those spaces, for the most part, have wallpaper on them. And this wallpaper's been up at least 25 years, because that's how long we've lived in this house. So it's looking mighty dated. Yes, I've started stripping paper. So that's been a great little project for me to kind of fill my time instead of going out and running errands and doing stuff. So I've been doing that. I think we're also gonna like do a little yard work this weekend if the weather's nice, like start our spring cleanup, because honestly, it's very warm here where we are. Like, spring has come early. It's just the middle of March. So I feel like it is a tiny bit early, but for every nice day that we can get outside and do a little something, it feels great to be like kind of productive and feel like it just adds that normalcy. That's what I'm looking for, is that normalcy. And I'm probably also going to wash the car this weekend if the weather's decent. Oh, next I'm going to do some blush. This is the Flower Beauty Sweet Pea. I love this little blush. So pretty. Just going to give a little flush of color. It just brightens up your complexion. And then I'm just going to go like whatever's left on the brush on my eyes, just to kind of add a little brightness there, but it's not like really eyeshadow, just a little bit of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite highlighter. from Mercier. Just put a little bit of that on because I think it just gives me a nice little glow without being too over the top. So I was thinking, like, what else could you be doing during this time? I think, you could certainly do some spring cleaning. You could clean out your closets. You could organize your closets. I'm probably going to spend some time going through my makeup collection, organizing that. I really want to, like, go through all the lipsticks that I've decided to keep from my Lucky Bag series and have since added, and do a big try on. Like, just try them all on, really see which ones are the best. I'd like to keep that collection kind of small, and then organize it in a way that makes sense, like all my neutrals together and all my brights and so forth. So if that's something you think you might be interested in, I can certainly film that. So that's something that I'm thinking about in terms of my makeup collection. But other things you can do, like you can do some self-care at home. You can do like masking, do a home mani-pedi, because you certainly aren't going to this nail salon to do that. I also heard, I know this is such a rambly, all over the place video, but I also heard that the Hallmark Channel is going to run like a holiday movie marathon. I think they're going to I think it's this weekend. They're going to just run all of their holiday movies all weekend, which is kind of brilliant if you think about it. It's a great way to, brighten the spirit, and people love those movies. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Another thing I wanted to ask is if any of you are into meditating, and if you are, do you like use an app? Which one do you recommend? I feel like I do have a little extra anxiety right now that I would like to experiment with the meditation and see how that, if that helps calm me down a little bit, because I've had a little trouble sleeping, I'm not gonna lie. So then I usually finish off this look with a nice kind of light, not too bright lipstick. So I'm just putting on this one, this Nivea Blackberry Lip Care. And this is pretty much all I've been doing. Like, I don't wear any eye makeup. I'm just kind of zhuzhing up my skin, putting a little blush and highlighter on, and some lip product. And if I have to run out to the store, I feel like I'm put together enough that I look decent, and it just makes me feel better for around the house. So definitely, please, please leave me a comment below. Let me know how you're doing. I hope you are all well, and that your family is all well, and you're taking good care of yourselves. If you have any recommendations for passing the time, or any books you've read that you could recommend, I'm getting close to doing another book video, by the way. Anything. What are you doing? What are you doing? So I'm very worried about you guys, and I hope you're all well. Thank you so much for joining me today. I upload videos every Saturday morning. I'll include a link to last week's video right up here. And I'm going to let YouTube's algorithm recommend something interesting for you to watch over here. Be well and be kind to each other. Take care.